Alberta's UCP government announced the provincial budget, which includes cuts to post-secondary funding.
The UCP government mentioned that they are trying to get more graduates from trades and practical areas, yet the schools who have been turning out the most employable tradespeople are expecting some of the biggest cuts. Let's go to Sukhsham Shan, who has more on the story.
Thanks, guys. Satan Calgary has announced that they'll be laying off 150 employees and not filling another 80 vacancies in the wake of this budget. While here in Edmonton, NAIT is planning to reduce their staff by 240 employees as well.
It's one of those that you expect it, but you don't like to hear when it happens.
You could sense some of the tension around NAIT on Monday as they announced their plans to reduce staff by almost 10%. That's up to 240 employees, gone just like that. NAIT Academic Staff President Garry has been around a long time and seen many changes.
2006, when I started, about 1,200 and some members. We're down to just under 1,000 right now.
To put that in perspective, the amount of job losses Garry has seen within the academic staff in 14 years of work will be matched in the next few months. However, this time, it won't just be the academic staff losing jobs.
It's going to be a mixture of AUPE, NASA staff, as well as management and excluded staff members.
These cuts were expected, but working with the institutions affected would only help smooth out the process.
These decisions can't be just based on somebody above making a decision to cut. They need to have open conversation with us.
David Eggen, a MLA for Edmonton Northwest and a member of the NDP, agrees.
The UCP is using this shock and awe strategy to make cuts to post-secondary education so that people don't even know what's coming necessarily.
Talking about not knowing what's coming, students received an email from NAIT on Monday night about a 7% tuition hike because of the budget cuts.
Well, budget cuts are not healthy for anyone. We need people working, helping the environment, helping the economy grow.
The tuition hike, it impacts students, especially people who need financial aid and stuff.
A big mood. It's just more debt, but I reckon life goes on.
It's actually tough, especially for international students. Like, how are they going to afford it?
We don't have a choice. We can't really do anything other than just keep hoping for the better. And when the vote time comes around, make sure that everybody votes for the right people, and that's it. That's all you can do right now.
NAIT is offering a voluntary departure program to reduce staffing cuts and also put the post-secondary institution in a more sustainable position.
This voluntary departure program, is there a specific date for those who apply to see if they are selected?
Yes, Calandra. So this program was implemented on March 2nd, and those who are interested can still apply till March 18th. And then on April 2nd, the Board of Governors will get together to make the final decisions on the amount of jobs that will be cut.
Sukhsham, I understand that NAIT does generate a lot of its revenue by themselves. So how much actually comes from the government?
So around 54% of NAIT's annual budget is actually through the Alberta government grants. The rest, however, is from student tuitions, philanthropists, campus services, and investments. With this budget being so low now and funding being cut, this necessarily means that the money will now be raised through tuition.
Thanks, Sukhsham. That's Sukhsham Shan reporting live from our news center tonight.